Oh, hey, didn't see you there. In today's show, we explore Westerners living in Chinese culture. With hundreds of thousands of Westerners in China, it has made a significant impact on the economy and the culture of Chinese. The question we are trying to answer today is not a question, but questions. Who lives in China? Where are they going? And most importantly, why are they going to China? I'm Scott Foden.
And I'm Tom Bresnan.
And this is 60 Minutes. Oh,
That's prime.
That's bomb. In today's episode, we interview two Westerners that spend time living in China. We ask them about their experiences and their opinion on the matter.
Joe, I understand that you lived in China, so when did you live in China?
I did live in China. I lived there from 1996 through 1995 through 1998. 3 years.
And where did you live?
We lived in Repulse Bay in Hong Kong, actually. So it's not quite China, but it's off the mainland. It transferred over from British rule to Chinese rule in 1997, so we were there for the handoff.
Okay. And so why did you move to China?
We moved to China. We moved to China because my husband was working for Microsoft, and they were opening the markets in China. So he went over to support the marketing guys who were in Beijing and Shanghai.
And were there a lot more families like you in China that were moving just for the jobs?
Well, lots of families. We lived in a community that was mostly, they call them expats, which are expatriates. So you've moved from your homeland to work in another country. A lot of the people we work with were finance people or tax people. And they were coming from all different companies, finance companies, manufacturing companies, a lot of them from tax firms, and they were doing international taxes for companies.
Okay, I think that's pretty good.
That's it, we're done.
Vandenberg, pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much, Scott.
Now,
Pleasure to be here.
what was your job in China?
I was a software manager in China working for Microsoft.
Okay, very interesting. Now, Mr. Vandenberg, how is managing in China different than managing in America?
Well, Scott, that's a great question. There were a lot of differences between the Chinese and the resources that we had there as well versus the U.S. resources. First and foremost, there's a cultural difference, right? So we had to set up our organizations different. The rules and regulations are different as to how long a person can work and where they can work. And in general, we needed to understand their culture in order to be able to relate to them and get them to work for us.
Mm-hmm. Now, are there benefits, you'd say, to working in China?
Well, I think, there was a huge opportunity in getting to see other cultures, but also to see the similarities between ours and theirs, and trying to determine and understand how we can best work together. As the world gets smaller with communication and stuff, we really do need to understand each other's culture in order to be able to survive and grow as businesses and culturally.
So you had a lot of Chinese workers then?
We had lots of Chinese workers. We would have anywhere between 200 to 400 when we'd start up each new division.
Mm-hmm. And then, but American workers also?
We'd have some American workers. We'd bring over some of our financial staff and some of our sales staff to teach and to train the Chinese workers to the way that we wanted. But we also were selling into some regional areas that they were more familiar with. And so culturally, we learned from them as to how to sell into those organizations.
Thank you, Mr. Vandenberg.
Well, thank you very much, Scott. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Okay. Many major companies have a direct impact on China's economy today. For example, McDonald's, one of the many American companies to influence China. And that's going to do it for our presentation. I'm Scott Foden, and this is 60 Minutes.